Hello my dears and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Pamela and I put out beauty related videos like once a week. And what is going on with my hair? So yeah, I'm only going to be posting like one video for the next few weeks up until my one palette for a week series, because honestly you guys, I've been packing all day and it's actually 11:30 p.m. right now when I'm filming this video, so yeah. Bear with me. Like I said, this next few weeks are going to be pretty tough for me because of this move and stuff. A couple of you have asked me if I'm going to vlog the move, and if it's remotely interesting, possibly I might do a little bit of vlogging. I'll see what I can do about that. So today's video is my top 5 eyeshadow palettes. I've noticed that I am sort of very much a creature of habit when it comes to favorite eyeshadow palettes. Like, two are basically the same brand, and I've got a couple of drugstore ones, and then I have one that's kind of in between high-end and drugstore, and then I have 2 high-end palettes that, like I said, are from the same brand. I feel like I'm not qualified to make this video only because I really don't have that many eyeshadow palettes. Like, I have, how many do I have? I have about 13 eyeshadow palettes. I don't think that's a very, very big number. And most people would think that that's huge. And then others would say like, I've got like 30 or whatever. Like, eyeshadow palettes are straight up addiction, and the way that they release eyeshadow palettes like every 5 minutes, everybody's just always so eager to find the next one. I do want to mention that I actually used like one or two shades of every single one of these palettes to come up with this look. And as you can see, in the end, they're all just kind of the same in a way, almost. Like, I have a theme. I have a theme as to what I like in my eyeshadow palette. So yeah, let's just get right into this. Yes. Okay, so let's start with the drugstore ones first. One of my favorite drugstore palettes is the Comfort Zone palette from Wet n Wild. I love the new one and I love the old one. I will be straight up though, I feel like the shimmering shades in the old one are just teeny tiny bit better than the new ones. I love the 2 matte shades in this palette. I think they're both outstanding. I love anything in between paired with the 2. Like, I love putting this in the crease, picking out any of these shimmering shades that I want to work with, and then using that dark transition color to, you know, put in the outer V or smoke in the lower lash line. Like, I just love it. It's so like foolproof in my opinion. So one of my favorites. Definitely love that palette. The next one I think I've raved about the most in like my channel's like lifetime, and that is the e.l.f. Mad for Matte 2. I love this palette for multiple reasons. 1, it has a matte black. 2, it has this like brow bone color that I love so much. When a palette comes with those 2 colors, I'm just automatically drawn to it. Like, I need those in my life, and I don't care if I have a million of these shades in my palettes. I like to just reach for one palette at a time, and I always just want those colors in my palettes. Everything else in between is perfection in my book, and I love pairing this palette with my Super Shock shadows from ColourPop in the satin metallics or the glitter formulas. I think they always just pair so well, especially since there is neutrals, warms, and cool tones in this palette. A wonderful pop of color. There's a gray in here. Like, what the heck? Like, it's just so perfect. I just love it. It's, like I said, my favorite. Plus, it's so travel friendly. Like, I used to just love taking this and then 2 of my Super Shock shadows when I would travel and stuff like that, and it's just be like perfect every time for me. Now, a step up from the drugstore is ColourPop, and you know, ColourPop is amazing. We all love ColourPop. ColourPop is the biggest sensation ever. It's like everybody's favorite makeup brand at the moment. Am I right? I'm right. But I love the You Had Me at Hello, and I have the Yes Please palette and the Element of Surprise palette, but this one to me is just my favorite. If I sit down and I look at the palettes and think I want to use a ColourPop one today, I always grab this one. 1, because it has a mirror, and 2, it's just got everything for like a soft, appropriate daytime look, or even anything for a smoking night out look or date night look. It's just so well rounded. I love every single one of the metallic shades in here because I love when palettes also include like a icy like white color or like a golden color. I love that about this because I love an icy like inner corner highlight. I love the 3 transition shades in here, and I love when the ColourPop palettes have more matte shades than the shimmering shades because I'm a matte like junkie. I love matte eyeshadows like to death. Overall, I think that this is one of my favorite ones. Even though everybody loves the Yes Please one, like this one is just this one's my favorite out of all of them. I love this palette so much. Now the next one is gonna be like no surprise, and that is the ABH Soft Glam palette. This is like my current recommendation. Like if anybody asks me like what eyeshadow palette they should get right now, I always say this one. Like this is just such a good palette. Like you just have everything that you possibly need. And I've got my matte black in here. I've got this like really nice like all over lid or highlighting shade. I did mention in my review, I wish that one of these was just a little bit different from the other, but other than that, I love all of the mattes in this palette. I love having so many more mattes than like shimmer. Like I just mentioned, this mulberry shade is my favorite color in the entire palette. It is beautiful and it pairs so great with any of these crazy metallic shades. The metallic shades pack on beautifully. I do have rose pink all over the lid today. It just looks so pretty. I love this palette, and I think that this would be one of the only palettes that I would repurchase like over and over again, because I never want to be without this palette. So dramatic, but so true. And the last one may come as a surprise, but I love Subculture palettes. Like this is just like unlike anything that I have in my collection. Like all of the other palettes, if you've noticed, were like warm and they had some cool tones in it, and they've got like your standard like shades or whatever, but there's just nothing like this. Like this palette can go very dark, very dramatic. It could also be very like fresh and very pretty, because you've got like yellows and oranges, and then you've got this like peach here, and you've also got like a chocolatey brown. Like there's just so much going on in here. And honestly, like if you just use like one or two shades, you can come up with a beautiful look. And you literally like barely have to tap your brush into it. Like you just have to throw everything that you know about putting on eyeshadow out the window and sort of adjust yourself to this. I know that sounds crazy, and I know that that sounds like too much work for an eyeshadow palette, but look at these colors. Like these colors are just so pretty. To me, it's like worth it. Plus, I love a challenge, and when this presented itself to being a challenge, I was like, yes. Challenge accepted. And that's all I've got for you guys today. So hopefully you enjoyed my top 5 eyeshadow palettes. Let me know what you honestly think of my picks. Let me know if any of these eyeshadow palettes are in your top 5, or if you like any of these. But I love the palettes that I love, and I'm not changing my mind about it unless something better comes along. You know, I could change my mind, but these are just like my favorites. These are my babies. These are the ones that I just love so much. So yeah. If you like this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and spread my love for makeup, and I will see you guys next week. Bye-bye.